Here for another edition to Sit Down at Uptown, man. And Sit Down at Uptown, we chop it up with all our comedians who rock the stage, man. I'm Angelo Sykes, host of the Sit Down at Uptown and owner of Uptown Comedy Corner. And tonight, man, we got my guy in here tonight. We got the resident host of Uptown Comedy Corner.
Mr. Funny for real.
Mr. Funny for real. Mr. Darryl Damn's in the building.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Cooling, man. Cooling.
Hey, man, you know, been a long time coming, man, to get this sit down in, man.
Yeah, man. I've been excited. The whole time.
The whole time. So Darryl Damn, as I said, man, is he's the resident host here, man. Been rocking out Uptown for years, man, doing his thing. But Darryl, you know, I like to start these conversations, man. I always taking a trip backwards, man.
Cool.
So let's take a trip back, man. So let's talk about the young Darryl as a child. Where you from? Tell us a little bit about your childhood.
Right. I was born in Trenton, New Jersey, but you know I've been in Atlanta since I was 8 years old, 9 years old. Yeah, eight. So you know I came here young, but growing up in Trenton, like, you know, I remember some things, but I got hit by a car, I almost got kidnapped, shit like that when you was a kid.
Got kidnapped?
Yeah. I remember it was an old white dude in an Astro van with a bunny, and he was trying to get me to come to the car.
Really?
Hell yeah. Fact,
Wow.
I was about 6 years old. I just took off running.
Wow.
Facts.
That's crazy.
Facts. Yeah, man. This life I done had done been a hell of a ride, to say the least. Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, I've been in Atlanta since '89. You know, I never left. I went back, you know, a couple times, but never for a significant amount of time, maybe a day or two to see family, but nothing.
So your family's still up in Trenton?
Yeah. I still got my mom's side. A lot of the members of my mom's side of the family's up there, but a lot of them here too, so. You know, they kind of, you know, some of them left, some of them stayed.
So what led to the migration to Atlanta, from what you recall?
I remember my mom said that she, because it was drug-ridden, and my dad was on drugs, and, you know, different things was going on in our lives, so she just didn't want us to grow up in that, so she told my dad that, you know, at year 10, whether he was ready or not, she was leaving. So she left, brought us to Atlanta, been here ever since.
So, as you got to Atlanta, what was the adjustment like?
It was crazy. Well, it wasn't really crazy. It just was different because one thing that always stuck in my head, I remember when I first came to Atlanta, in New Jersey, they say the, but here they say the. And I was like, why they keep saying the? Why they pronouncing the bullshit? Now I say the.
Right.
Yeah. But that was probably, well, yeah. And everybody was nicer. Like, I got in a lot of fights between kindergarten and second grade in New Jersey. But when I got here in the third grade, yeah, I ain't really getting many fights.
Really?
Yeah, not till I got older.
Did you have a Jersey accent when you moved down?
I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. Like, I just remember that, you know, certain older guys in the neighborhood said things certain ways, like mine and about to go to the stove and stuff like that. Things like that stuck out in my head, so I would imitate that type of stuff. But, like, I don't know if I came down here like, hey, yo, son, you niggas got cigarettes? I don't know if I...
So what kind of student were you in school?
Man, I was one of them students where, like, I wouldn't say easily distracted, but only way I could really get into it is if it genuinely had my attention. You know what I mean? It was like, it wasn't like, you know, some people know how to suck in the information and spit it back out. I was one of those people where I couldn't even suck the information in if I didn't find something interesting about it. You know what I mean? Like math, science, English, things like that. I was able to find something about them that made me want it. But if I couldn't find nothing that was exciting or made me want to wonder, like science, it was like photosynthesis. That was my pull. You feel me? Once I heard about photosynthesis and learned about the process, I was like, damn, that's dope. And
really?
Yeah, I was hooked. But other than that, if it didn't keep my attention, I was going to sleep. Facts. Going to bed, going back to sleep.
So were you a class clown at any point?
Definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah, I was But I was the class clown that could make the teachers laugh.
Okay.
You feel me? It's like, that's a different class clown when you know, it's a good class clown, it's a bad class clown. It was like, I always made the teacher say, just go sit down. You know what I mean? But I was also, like, I loved attention. Like, I would do stuff like, shit. Like, I remember I used to run down, like, I would sneak out my class and then run down the hallway and slide by my girlfriend class on my chest and go, whoa, and then jump up and run. Like, I always, you know, I was in plays and, I always had a desire to be in entertainment, but I didn't have a, like, real desire. You know what I mean? It was like, because I was watching Uptown 11, 12 years old with my family. So I knew I liked it. I was always ready to watch it, but I never thought that I would be a comedian. Facts, ever. Never thought it. Like, my friends talked me into it.
Really?
Yeah, man, they talked me into it. Listening to Ryan Cameron. Ryan Cameron had a comedy night at 112. Yeah, we was in the neighborhood, and it was like, man, we'll pay whatever it costs to get you on stage, blah, blah, blah. So we drove down there about 12 deep. Couldn't get on because I was 19. I told the dude, I was like, man, I'll be 20 in October. He was like, oh, okay. So this what you do. Come back next October, and I got you. I was like, nigga. But I met Ernesto, T-Ray, Dirty South, Tyler. I met all of them at that show. And they was like, oh, no, like, you really want to get on stage? I know somewhere you can get on stage. And once I did Dudley's on Candler Road, I was hooked. I was like 19, 20.
Okay.
I've been doing comedy a whole lifetime.
Yeah,
now,
literally.
Yeah,
Huh?
literally.
So from elementary, you go to high school. What high school did you go to?
I went to Dunwoody High School and Cross Keys.
Okay.
Yeah, Dunwoody. Cross Keys was like, Cross Keys and Dunwoody was different because Cross Keys was like all the rough neighborhoods kids went to that school. You feel me? It was like the people from Brookhaven and Plaster Road and, you know, all the hood spots. So they all went to the same school. So it was gang fights like from 7th grade to about 9th. And then when I left 9th grade, I had to go to, I was at a high school because that was around the time when it first changed where 9th grade went to high school. Get to high school, I'm at high school for like 2 semesters. Then I got to go back to another county, but they county 9th grade is still in the junior high school. So I got to go do that for a second. And then when I got to high school, shit, man, it was, that's when the clock started for me. Facts. That's when the clock started. Real shit. Cause you know what I mean? Like, cause you know when you 16, taller than your mom know you having sex. You feel me? Now she got expectations. You feel me? So it's like, nigga, I got to come here with some money. And the first time, like I was in the 8th grade when I realized my mom can't afford to buy me nothing. All she got enough is for bills because she told me she was gonna buy me some shoes, and she can't. Now the shoes that she came back with are popular now. The Vans with no laces on them, the karate shoes. They're popular now, but they was shit $4.99 in the grocery store when I was coming up. So when she got me them, and I'm 14, I'm like, man, if I wear these to school, I'm gonna get jumped. So I used to wear my uncle old shoes, and he was shit about size and a half bigger than me. I'm wearing a 9, he wearing 11.
Wow.
Facts. I mean, that bitch was boats, but I was not about to wear them karate shoes. But then I was like, yeah, nigga, I got to make some money. And I started meeting people and got into the streets.
Yeah.
About 16. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Did you do any extracurricular stuff in high school?
Yeah, man, I did everything, man. I played basketball, baseball, football. I wrestled a little bit, played volleyball, tennis. Like, I did a lot of stuff because, you know, now that I'm older, I know that was just daycare. You feel me? It's like my mom got to work. She like, nigga, whatever season got a sport, go ahead, go on and jump in it. You feel me? So I'm out there bitch playing tennis, feel me? Volleyball, facts. I was in ROTC. Yeah, man, I did everything, man. I guess, you know, but, you know, it kind of sculpted the type of person I am. Facts.
So you said you started getting to a little stuff, man. So did it just happen due to the neighborhood or just who you're hanging with? Or?
I could blame it on that, but I can't really because I was the dude that made my neighborhood start selling drugs.
Really?
Yeah, like that type of shit. Because it was like everything they wanted to do was within these same 3-4 apartment complexes. I was one of the first ones to go to Gwinnett and get some money and come back, and now people coming to my neighborhood to try to see if they could run into me, and everybody start. So yeah, I brought the bullshit, but I went and looked for the bullshit. The bullshit wasn't something that I was just exposed to. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even do my mom like that, because she did her best to make sure that we was around different races of kids, you feel me, exposed to different people's culture. Like, my mom was big on that type of shit, but she was social. So, that's how I grew up until I got about 18, 19. Shit got real when I had a baby. Once I had a baby, it was on.
You had siblings?
Yeah, I got a little brother.
Yeah,
little brother, Mo. That's my partner. Like, he the epitome of a little brother who is a little brother of a hard-head dude, except he was smart. You know how some little brothers will follow the big brother. Nah, my little brother will look at me, run right into a wall, and be like, damn. Yeah, I'm about to go this way. That shit hurt. I know it hurt. I know it hurt. Facts. So he married, 4 kids, fucking castle. Him and his wife live in a castle. So, he's not doing anything I didn't expect him to do.
Gotcha.
Facts.
Gotcha. So what'd you do with me after high school?
Once I left high school, man, that was pretty much straight to the streets, man.
Straight to the streets.
Yeah, man, because it was like I needed money. And it ain't that I needed money, but it's like I had everything I needed. Like, I ain't gonna kick it like my mom didn't have, like, but, when you 15, 16, you want girls. And you can't get girls with Vans on, and you feel me? Fucking button-down shirt for $1.89. Shit, you feel me? If she was buying the clothes, she was going to the thrift store, and nigga, I might be wearing church shoes to school if I leave it up to her. So, started selling weed and shit. Bought me a pair of Jordans. That's all I wanted to do. Yeah. But then I realized, damn, I still got $160 left. And it was on.
It was on.
Yeah, it was on, man. Because it feel good to not ask your mom. Well, for me, it just felt good not to ask her, because she was already working 2 and 3 jobs. Facts. Like, she used to come home, sleep for 2 hours, go work another job, sleep for 3 hours, get up. And I'm talking about, she did this shit every day. And if she was off 1, she was on 2. If she had to work all 3, or if she worked 1 and was off 2, something like that, she slept all day. So it was like, the least I could do is not make her have to worry about getting a size 34 pants and a 9.5 shoe. Fact. Because it got to a point where she just started wearing my shit.
Really?
Yeah, like once I got too big, or she noticed I didn't wear it no more, she'll grab them pants and cut them and turn them into some shorts. Facts. Like, that was my baby, man.
So you kind of talked a little bit earlier about the comedy. Like, how did it actually start? Like, when did you...
When I was totally convinced that I was gonna do comedy, I had been doing it at Dudley's for about 4 or 5 months, and the comedians who was doing Uptown was like, "Hey man, you ready to go to Uptown now, man? You've been doing this little crowd shit long enough. It's time to go to Uptown." So I went to Uptown the first time, and I was like, "Okay, all right." I was sitting like right in the middle, front stage, right in the middle of the crowd, looking. And I just was like, damn. And then when I seen Nard, rest in peace, man. When I seen Nard hosting on stage, I was like, damn, that's the same type of nigga I am. I'm gonna try this shit. And then once I got up there and got a positive reception, I've been hooked, man. I can't see myself doing nothing else, man. Yeah. Facts. Like, the worst thing, like, I'm at the point with comedy now where I can lose any extremity and still do comedy. But if I lose my voice, I don't know if I want to live. Facts. If I can't, nigga, I don't know if I want. Yeah, that's too much weight, because it's like I think too much. You feel me? Like, my wheels is always turning, and not having an outlet to get that out my brain, nigga, that shit would drive me crazy. Yeah. Bro. Facts. They always catch, hey, your granddaddy just rolled down on 75 again trying to get hit. Facts. I'm trying to get up out of here. Yeah. Can't talk? Oh, that would crush me. The thought of it hurt. Man. Yeah. Facts. Yeah. Thought. Because I love it so much. Like, I would do it for free. You feel me? It's nothing. Like, I love doing it. And if I couldn't, it would be devastating.
So when you first hit the stage, like, were you just going off the top, or did you start writing, or like when you first started?
Something that, by the time I got to Uptown, I had already talked to Nesto, I had already talked to Tyler, I had already talked to Dirty, so I had freestyled up there, and I got good reception. And then they told me, "Hey man, write you about 3 to 5 minutes worth of jokes. It's only about 3 or 4 jokes." And I was like, "Oh, so that's how you do it." And then because when we first started, it was so many. Like we used to do 3 shows a night for about the first 4 years of my career, every single night. So it was like every night I got to see and listen to people use different cadences and, you know what I mean, the way people would say it, and not like, I just was a student to it, and I just tried to find my voice in there, trying not to, because when I first started, everybody had the Chris Tucker vibe. You feel me? Everybody, "Hey man, what's up, nigga? We goddamn." Everybody was doing that. So I was doing that too. But then it's like the longer I did it, it gets to the point, I'm at the point now where it's just like, I'd rather just see how y'all receive my ideas. You feel me? Opposed to really trying to make y'all laugh. I just want, however you receive my idea, I just want to know what you think. If you laugh, cool. If not, cool. I'm just going to go to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first joke?
Yeah.
What was it?
Ladies, if you're feeling good and you're smelling good and you don't really need a nigga for shit, make some noise. Ladies, I want to talk to y'all about some shit. About that little phrase, it ain't what's on the outside, it's what's on the, yeah, that ain't real. Right? Don't nobody give a shit about your insides if your outside's fucked up. Like people don't even want to talk to you if your outside fucked up. Like when you see an ugly motherfucker, you be like, "How you doing?" You know, when you see, when you see a good looking motherfucker, you be like, "How you doing, bro?" But when you see an ugly motherfucker, you be like, "Shit, I don't know what to tell you, dog. You the man." No, that was my shit, nigga.
Yeah.
I did that on Comicview.
Yeah.
Right. I did that on Comicview.
So what did your mom say when you told her you were gonna do comedy?
Because of the life I was living, my mom was down for anything I wanted to do other than the streets. You feel me? So it was like, once she found, "Oh, you do comedy? Oh, yeah, do it. Because she realized I'm going at a show every night. She, like, if she do want to know where I'm at and she called my phone or something, "I'm at a show." "Mom, I'm at a show. I'm going to call you right back." You know what I mean? So she liked to know that I wasn't in the streets. So she was behind it 100%. I think she might have came to maybe 1 or 2 shows. 1, maybe. I think the other one was like family. But yeah, she didn't come. And I think that was kind of like for both of us. I think both of us felt like that because I feel like she would have made me nervous. And she would have been feeling awkward hearing me talking about, pussy hole and, all that type shit. So, yeah, man. Yeah.
That's what's up. So do you remember where you were when you actually realized that this is what I want to do?
I remember who made me realize it. Ernesto.
Okay.
Facts. Ernesto. I had did because I was still like up until about maybe 2007, 2008, I was still 1 foot in the streets, 1 foot out. And I had did a show with Nesto in 2008. This was after I did Comicview. And it was like a little shit show too. And he was like, he walked up to me, he was like, "Man, Darryl Damn, when you gonna take this shit serious?" Facts. And I just looked at him and I was like, now. I was like, now. Fact, I got out the streets, I just started, because like, me and K-Dub, see K-Dub, when Dub came to Atlanta, I was making money. Like Dub used to be with me and I had $3,000 with me or something. So Dub came to Atlanta trying to use comedy to feed himself. So that's a whole different approach for me because it's like, nigga, I'm home, my nigga, and I got a pocket full of money. I ain't tripping. Dub had the mindset of, okay, let me go find as many people so that I can always do shows and make money. And his drive is what drove me because me and Dub, like that's my brother, my best friend, but me and Dub raised each other. You feel me? Like the things that Dub was good at, I wasn't good at. And the things that I was good at, Dub wasn't good at. Like I could walk into a room and the whole room welcomed me. Dub would walk into a room and, if he don't know nobody, he used to not say nothing. He didn't even want people to know he was a comedian. But with Dub, was good at was he was a thinker. He processed everything. Everything had to, you feel me? He had an order to everything. Like if you ask that nigga about anything in his life, nigga, it has an order and there's a process to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I could use that because like, yeah, like me and Dub, we ain't have dads that was readily right there at that point because we 20, we trying to follow a dream. So it's like your mom and your dad, they like, okay, do it. But they ain't really thinking shit of it. So it's like I'm teaching him how to be sociable and be likable and talk to people. And he teaching me how to save money, how to gather information, how to think, how to do jokes, how to, you feel me? Like me and Dub, like we was one at one point, but it was like, you know, anytime something is together for a certain amount of time, it got to come a point where you fly on your own.
Right.
Man. That's what we did, man.
Gotcha.
Facts.
Gotcha.
Facts. Because what I always say about me and Dub before we keep going, Dub is a comedian's comedian. You feel me? Dub is a comedian's comedian. Any comedian who hear Dub, he gonna have you dying. And I always prided myself on being a people's comedian.
Okay.
You feel me? Like where I relate more to the people. I'm gonna relate to the comedians anyway, but I'd rather have the people than the comedians.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Dub was on here. You know, he definitely talked about you.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Yeah, because when Dub came, yeah, man, I was cutting up.
You cutting up.
Because, and you know something? When Dub first came, I was on stage with a gun.
For real.
Facts. Because, and you know why I got on? Because I had been doing comedy about maybe 2 months. And Black Casper, you know Black Casper?
Sure.
Black Casper brother. Black Casper got booed, and his brother went off and started snapping on people, and they jumped him and Black Casper. I was like, yeah, nigga, they jumped me. They going to Grady. I used to be on stage with a pistol, but then I had to, you know, I was talking to somebody, and they was like, nigga, that energy ain't gonna give you what, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? When I be on stage with a pistol, I do be a little, you know what I mean, a little irritated, like, nigga, I wish you would boo. Start busting on goddamn well. I ain't gonna. But now if y'all jump me, this state of Georgia. Stand your ground. Y'all jump me, I can start sending niggas to the moon.
I know that's right.
Right.
So you came through an interesting era, man, because you know you say you started Uptown, you started on Peachtree Road, the original location, man, where you know who's coming through there on a regular basis. You know, that was the lion's den, like, but it was like if they liked you, they liked you. Like that Sunday was the first time I ever got booed. And when they booed me, I got mad. But the dude that they was following, that they all respected and, you know, was there basically because he was going Franco, he was looking at me with a smile. You know what I mean? He was smirking at me. So I'm like, okay, all right, I'm going to go holler at Franco. And when I went and talked to Franco, Franco was like, Darryl Damn, all you got to do, you change one joke. Just give us one new joke. We ain't going to bother you. We going to let you do all your jokes. Right? So, but that was a gift because because when I would have the new joke, I would do it first. You feel me? Because I wanted to hurry up and get to the shit I know worked. Right.
So I would do the new joke first, and if it hit, bam, I could throw that bitch in the set. You feel me? So by doing that, that made it where I can take any one of my jokes and start the set. You know, how some people gotta start it with that joke or start it with this, you know, like I can go up and go back to front if I want to.
Yeah.
Or I can start from the middle to the end. I can pick one and then let it, you know what I mean, let that guide the set, and then I determine, because comedy is some tricky shit. You gotta realize we talking, thinking, and trying to determine what's the best approach to the next 2 to 3 jokes.
Yeah.
While we talking.
While you talking.
Yeah, that's hard. That's why we be tired after shows. Y'all be like, why you tired? You was up there for 45 minutes. Shitting me. Did 11 hours worth of thinking in the 45 minutes. I think I'm whoa out.
So your sets are definitely Darryl Damn sets. You know what I mean? Did you built that from
Great question. Yeah, man. Because something that I heard a comedian say, I can't remember who said it, but I remember they said if you find a comedian that say he never stole a joke, I show you a liar. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, I won't be able to prevent them from using my jokes. You feel me? Because you could come to Atlanta, hear the joke, like the joke, and then take that bitch back to Indianapolis.
Right.
What I wanted to do was put so much of me into the joke where if you do steal the joke, if they don't know if they don't know you stole it, they're going to come and be like, hey, you know who Darryl Damn is? You kind of remind me of Darryl Damn. That's all I want. I'm good with that. You feel me? So that keep me from worrying about people stealing jokes. Like, I'm creative enough to, I'm going to have to fight you over no damn joke.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't working. Yeah, facts, man.
So you come through with a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
Some of them have went to the moon and back.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
And that's what we had to deal with at the old Uptown. It's like, I loved comedy. So I used to be so anxious to get on stage. I used to iron my clothes 3:30 in the afternoon and just keep walking by them, looking at them, thinking about how the crowd going, you know what I mean? And then get to the club and Mike Epps, Chris Tucker, and D.L. Hughley walking there. And you're like, no, I ain't going up.
Right.
Or they are going to put me up after these niggas. Nigga, bro, I remember one time, Earthquake was hosting for me, actually. Or not for me, but Earthquake was hosting. And when he saw my name on the list, he was like, Darryl Damn. Damn, Darryl. Damn, Darryl, damn, what make you, damn, Darryl, damn, I hope you funny. Damn, Darryl, come on. So, went up there, bombed.
Really?
What? Because everybody he introduced was, you seen his brother in this movie, you seen his brother in that movie, you seen his brother in this, I'm like, you know, once the fourth nigga go up, you like,
Don't worry about it.
Come to say, you ready? You ready? You ready? Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Get up there, give them your 1-2 punch. They already hate you because you ain't a celebrity. They just said, next nigga come to the stage, he just started. You're like, just walk up there, do your shit, man, and hope it go well.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
But that jump made, especially y'all in that time frame, made you so much stronger now.
So strong because it was
anywhere.
like, it was a fear. It was almost it's crazy how it was like almost a desired fear to do that Uptown. It's like you wanted to do it so bad, but right before they said your name, your stomach bubbling, you farting, you know what I mean? You like, man, I should go to the night. And then when they call your name and you get on that stage, it's like gear. I kick in the gear and now you feel me? I'm in a bubble that everybody can see me, but they can't touch me. And that's my therapy for life.
Yeah.
For real.
So, again, because you came through that era of straight comedians, straight touring, straight car rides everywhere.
Peace.
Now you got this new world of comedians. What's your thoughts on this current generation of comedians, and how do you feel like you can still fit into this new world?
It's one of those things where the social media is too big to try to compete with.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, get along or get out the way. Like, it's like, for real. Like, you can try to do it the old school way, but that shit not gonna work. It's gonna take you long as hell. But when it comes to the quality of comedian, just for me, it's like, I don't think they take into understand that it's different to make yourself laugh in the living room, you know what I mean, or the bathroom. When you get in front of people, it's a whole different thing. And a lot of those comedians, you know, have a difficult time making that transition. So it's all learning curves, man. It's just like with damn Eddie Murphy and, you know, Richard Pryor, you know, the comedians prior to them was like, hey, man, you can't talk about that type of shit. They still did it, you know what I mean? And they found better ways to reach the masses, you know what I mean, through the avenues that were available. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can try to do it the grassroots way, but it's easier to do it the social media way where you get to reach the world, you know, you get more people to attempt to convince that you're funny. Because that's what I call Instagram. It's like being able to round up all the people that like your style of comedy. You feel me? You don't got to worry about the people who don't like you because they're not following you. They kept scrolling. They kept on about their business. Now you can wrap up the people who find your style funny and try to get 1 million of them and take that shit on tour.
Roll it. Were you resistant to it at first?
I was. I really was. I was because I was, I come through the old school. You feel me? Whereas, let me find somebody to put me on so I can blow up. Where now, shit, man. If you are original enough and got like you can get the people yourself, and then they come to you like, hey, we see you got 1 million. You want to work out a deal? Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna get a chick to just call every comedy club in the country and see what type of deals we can work out. I'm not trying to do I'm trying to do it like Country Wayne. Run everything by himself through his ear and eyes at some point. A lot of because a lot of the older comedians, they just want, you give them the dates. They just look at the dates. You feel me? He want to know, hey, where the date at? Okay, what we getting? With the door, how many seats? I want to worry. I want to worry about that type shit.
Yeah. So how did it feel when your first viral video hit 1 million? What did that feel like for you?
I think that's the bug. I think that's what make you really want to do it. Like once that first time because it's almost like an approval thing. It's like, damn, okay, I do got something that a lot of people like. So yeah, man, the first time I went viral, man, I was stupid happy, stupid. Because, actually I got like 820, 640, 710, stuff like that. But when I seen that M, it's accomplishment.
Yeah.
Facts, man, no doubt. Facts. To be able to reach 1 million people from your living room.
That's crazy.
Why would you try to go and reach people with your hands? That's, man.
So what was your first time on TV?
Comicview. Yeah, I did Comicview, and I got on Comicview on accident.
Really?
Yeah, Joe Blunt didn't show up, a comedian named Joe Blunt. And when K-Dub was booked to do Comicview, and when we got there, it was this lady, and she was the talent coordinator, right? So, while Dub doing his thing, for whatever reason, me and her just sparked up a conversation. I'm talking about I sat and talked with that lady for 4 or 5 hours. Facts. I watched, I just sitting talking to her, right? So she had a thing in her ear, and she was like, hold on. And she jumped up and she went down the hallway. So, I'm just sitting there in the chair next to her. And then when I turned around and looked, she was like, she wasn't running down the hallway, but, like she was trying to hurry up and solve a problem. So she came to me, she was like, can you go on tonight? I was like, hell yeah. She was like, do you have your ID? I was like, yeah. She was like, you got your social security card? I was like, yeah. She was like, we can get past that. So once she said I was gonna go on, they gave me all the paperwork. The whole time I'm still like, Joe Blunt about to come. He missed the cab. The nigga's about to come in here. So I'm still on edge. I'm like, I don't believe I'm going up until she say my name. Cheryl Underwood was the host. She was like, I got that's why I have no sympathy for comedians who say, man, you gave me a bullshit intro. I got the worst intro in front of the country ever. Because I was, like I just told you, I just was there because Dub was there. When Cheryl Underwood, I watched the tape 3,000 times at least.
Yeah.
Cheryl said, every time Comicview comes in town, comics come from all over the country just to hang out in the lobby, and they hoping to get on the show. Well, tonight, we giving one of those lobby comics a shot.
Wow.
And his ass better be funny. Hail from Trenton, New Jersey. This is verbatim. This ain't similar.
Wow.
This not something like.
Yeah.
This not a word added or taken away. If I show you the tape, what I just said, she said verbatim.
Wow. A lobby comic.
Listen, when I tell you, look, I monkey stomped that mug, bro. I'm talking, I still to this, because I haven't did a venue that big since, like, I think it was like 2,800 seats or something in there. That's packed. Now, I done did a big building, but it's, the first level packed and it ain't nothing at the top, but the whole building packed. I'm talking about, I could feel the laughter, like a, to the point where I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I'm talking about people jumping up, running up to what's name. Deborah Lee came to me and brought me my tape and was like, The reception in the building is normally the reception nationwide. Great job, great job. Thank you so much. That was it. Like, I watched that tape.
Wow.
Bruh, about 4 months, every day, 70, 80 times a day. Facts, just to watch, like, damn. Because at the stage I'm at now, I've literally done everything I set out to do. All I wanted to do was Comic View and Apollo. I did Comic View and shit, got to host a level of the Apollo. So, and I got to go up and stand on the stage and do all of that stuff. So, you know, I didn't have a bunch of desires or expectations from comedy. I just wanted to do Comic View and Apollo. And now all this didn't happen. I've been in a few movies, you know, doing a little shit, you know. Yeah.
So, Darryl, you can be very, very controversial when you on some of your posts. Do you do that based on your feelings, or is it sometimes you just want to just get the pulse? Is it antagonize? Like what happens when you do some of those?
I would be lying if I said it wasn't a mixture of antagonizing people with the truth.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, but it's coming from a place of love. You feel me? It's like, I'm tired of losing. You feel me? And if I can get enough of us to identify, like, because I just want to make sense of what's causing us to lose. And because I know I'm not going to get everybody. I just want enough of us to be like, damn, that do make sense. Let's try to flip it. Let's try to make a conscious effort to change it. Because, man, it's hard to watch babies killing each other, man. And, you know what I mean? Kids giving up. It's like, man, when I was kids, man, ain't nobody commit suicide at 15, 16 years old, 14. Like, that was some shit that black people only thought. Like, that happened to white kids who was on drugs. They took a pill and hung themselves or something like that. But when you get to see it and what hurts me the most is that our people pride ourselves in that ignorant shit, man. You feel me? Like, they'll speak up for that before they speak up for, you feel me, actually trying to get, because it doesn't take a lot. It just takes a lot of people to have the same direction for their mind. Because if every working black person took $125 a month, put it into account just for black people, for the betterment of our education, high schools, hospitals, colleges, that's a year, maybe 2. But we can't, bro. Because niggas gonna be like, who controlling the money? Who the person over the money? Who got the code? You feel me? And now, I ain't fucking with this shit. Take my money out. You feel me? Like, you ain't gonna tell me who got the code. Take my money out. And now you be like, you took your money out for real? Well, shit, if you took your money out, I'm taking my money out. I only put my money in because of you. Like, so it's just an uphill battle, but I just, you know, anything I say that may be taken wrong, it's always in love. You feel me? Because it's like, if I'm gonna be the man, I gotta hip you. Whether you my woman or not, I gotta hip you. I gotta tell you so that you don't continue this shit through ignorance. And they just don't want to hear it sometimes. You know, I get a lot of good feedback too. Like, you know, a lot of women be, no, you right. I'm glad you said that. Like, we need to hear this, blah, blah, blah. Because if you notice, there's more women jumping on the red pill identity because, you know, we all tired of it, man. That's what it boiled down to. You gotta get out your feelings, man. What creates the best society, man? That's, you know, nuclear family. And that's all I want is nuclear family. Like, nigga, if you gonna leave her, if you gonna leave him, nigga, wait till the kid's 18, 20. Wait till they go to college or some shit so you can say we was tired of each other. We did the last 7 for y'all. I would've left this bitch when you was 13, but you know what I mean? Like, just do it. Cause even when you do leave, cause I done left baby mamas, but when you do leave, your kids don't want you to leave.
Right.
You feel me? Your kids like, I don't know what y'all going through, but I like wrestling with my dad when I get out of school. You feel me? I like him coming and taking a scoop out of my cereal without me asking. You know what I mean? So it's just, we got to stop being so selfish, man. That's it. And that's everything I say come from love, man. I love us.
So it's mostly about keeping the family unit together.
That's it, man.
That's where you're.
That's my whole goal, bro. Because I know that everybody can excel. It's like, with two incomes, even if you making 60 and he making 30, or you making 80 and she making 23, that's still 100. That's still 150 or whatever. It's like y'all out here, we out here struggling, thinking we supposed to do it alone, and we not. That's man too. You feel me, man? It's way easier to do it with a woman if you learn how to get along with a woman. If a woman learn how to get along with a man, it's all about. Don't nobody want to understand each other. You feel me? Everybody want to, no, do it this way. You do it this way. No, okay. Women like emotional shit. They like to be hugged, touched. Okay, I'm going to do that from time to time. As a woman, okay, he like to be left alone and watch the game. He like for me to scratch his head while he sleep. Just do shit. It's simple shit, man.
Yeah.
And that's what make men want to be great. When you got a woman that believes and trusts in your ability to provide and protect. That's a different type. You feel me? It's like that man, you feel me? He gonna run through a wall. If you like, damn, she believes that I'm gonna protect her and provide for her. And she make me feel like a king. Oh, nigga, I don't want to cheat on nobody. This is rare. If I find one, I promise I'm gonna take that bitch to Mississippi. I promise you. Taking her right to Mississippi, move in the woods. Y'all ain't gonna never see her, bro. Never, nigga. It's too rare now.
Yeah.
Too rare.
So, do you think that passion came from your upbringing? Like, where did that passion? Because you have a passion for it. Where did it come from?
That's just the type of person I've always been, man. It's like I can't entertain it if I'm not passionate about it. Okay. You feel me? Because like you remember we used to have the religious conversations. What you didn't know is how much information and shit I used to gather just for those conversations, just to sharpen the tool or whatever. But it's when it comes to information, once it gets my attention and I realize it can solve a problem, I dive all the way in because I don't want to defend it and not understand the motive of it. You feel me? It's not. It only hurt because it's the truth, and the truth hurts sometimes. But I feel like if you need to hear the truth, man, and at some point it'll resonate with enough of us to the point where our women move a little different because they control this shit, man. Because at the end of the day, every man in here, if women say niggas gon' I love a man with his shoes on the wrong feet. What niggas gonna start doing? What niggas gonna start doing? Wearing their shoes on the wrong feet. So if you operate in a certain way, you're gonna get a certain version of man. You feel me? If you sexualize yourself, we're gonna sexualize you 3 times as more. You feel? That's just what it is. We don't sexualize women that's not sexualizing themselves first. It's like if she got on pants, a nice shirt. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? You feel me? But if you got on your ass out, a little bit of titty, we like, boy, I bet, hey, I got $40. I got $40. You got, you know what I mean? Disrespectful, but they do it first and then blame us for operating in the same manner. And then when I say it, they get mad. But I don't give a shit because I want our babies to have a different experience than we had. You feel me? It was hard growing up with just my mom, nigga, and you know what I mean? Needing a different perspective. You know what I mean? I'm glad I had my uncles, but just the mindset that I had, I would have been dangerous as an emotional person that just responded emotionally there. Yeah, man, I would have been dangerous, man. Facts, man. Facts. I would have been dangerous. 6'2" in the 10th, 11th grade. Yeah, I would have been dangerous, nigga. But, I found comedy. Comedy saved my life, man. Yeah. For real, like literally saved my life, man. Yeah, I got kidnapped right before I started doing comedy. That's what made me do comedy. Facts.
You got kidnapped right before you started doing comedy?
Facts. I got kidnapped. The dudes had kidnapped me from the neighborhood, and they took me to Ralph David Abernathy. Now, when we was on the way, I'm trying to get them to stop at different stores. I'm like, oh, yeah, we can hit this store. Oh, we can hit this store. And then when they took me on the highway, I was like, man, y'all gonna kill me about, QP and $33? And they didn't say nothing, so I'm like, okay. But I'm calm, like I'm relaxing, like I know these niggas. I'm just sitting in the car. And long story short, when they, right before they was trying, because it got to a point where they was trying to decide what they was gonna do with me. Like on my life, they was like, man, we should take this nigga to Fleet House. And I was like, nah, I don't know Fleet, don't take me to Fleet House. And them niggas was like, I swear, about 3 more blocks, they let me go. And then I started shaking. Then I started, man, goddamn. And then after it happened, I went to this, man, this story is crazy. And I gotta tell it, because when I get kidnapped, after they kicked me out the car and they wanted to shoot me, but the dude told them not to, when I get in the tattoo parlor, it was this girl sitting at the phone, and I walked up to her, and I'm just standing up on her, you know what I mean? She's looking up at me, but she's still on the phone, and she ain't paying me no attention. I'm like, hey, can I use the phone? I was like, come on, please, just let me use the phone. And she was like, girl, I'll call you back. She get off the phone, and I was like, where's the train station at? She was like, it's like 2 miles up. I was like, I need to use this phone. And I called my homeboy, told my homeboy that I was good or whatever, and then I was talking to the girl, and I was like, I'm from Gwinnett. I just got kidnapped. They brought me over here from Gwinnett County. She was like, are you serious? So I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. She was like, I'll take you to the train station. She took me to the train station, gave me $5 and her number, right? Never called her. I never called her. Just went on about my life. Went on, you know what I mean? So how I take it now is like the universe, like, nigga, I sent you somebody. I sent you somebody to get you to the crib, right? So I didn't call her. I was in the mall, just hanging out in the mall, Lenox Mall, 01, 02, that's where we hung. Well, no, this is just 98, 99. Yeah, 98, 99. And I was standing in Lenox Mall, and this little girl walked up to me and was like, did you get robbed? And I was like, huh? And then the girl who gave me the ride walked up and she was like, good to see you.
Wow.
Facts. I was like, oh, and then once I focused on her face, I'm like, oh, I hugged her, squeezed her, facts, gave her like $160. I was like, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. She was like, I'm glad you're doing okay. Never seen her again.
Really?
Like, never seen her again.
Wow.
Name was Queen. I still remember.
Wow.
Queen. Facts. Big facts, man. I done had some stories, man.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. And then I started doing comedy, like, shortly after that.
Did that get you out the game?
No, I still was in the game because, like, I still had respect. You feel me? So I'm still at the age where I give a shit about what the people around me think. So it's like, I can't pull out because everybody keep coming to me with illegal shit, whether it's a whole bunch of weed, a whole bunch of drugs, extra guns, stolen car, all time. You feel me? So it's like they keep bringing this shit to me. So it's like, damn, I can make 2,000. I ain't got to do nothing but call the Mexican to come pick it up. Shit, hell yeah, give it to me. So I stayed in like that. But once I had my youngest kids, I chilled out. That was about 2006, 2007. Because I had a son on my birthday. So it was like, that changed the game. It was like, I can't let him fail.
Yeah.
And if that means I got to do everything in my power, I'm going to do it. So I got out the game. Nesto said what he said. So it was like all culminating. Like, damn, I got a son on my birthday. I love it. I think I can't let him fail. And then Nesto, nigga, when you going to take this as serious? Serious.
Just bam, bam, bam.
Facts, right behind each other. And that's how my life always been. When I do bad shit to people, it shit come right back on me. Like, cause I used to take stuff from people. I ain't gonna say where and what method I chose, but I used to take stuff from people, and people took stuff back. So,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We even. The universe, we even.
How about that?
Facts.
How about that? So, Darryl, you said you done Apollo, you did Comicview. What else? Have you set any new goals, or what is it that you still want to do in this game?
To be able to operate my career on my terms. You feel me? It's like, even though it take work, I could easily probably call places and send videos and all of that stuff, but it's like I want control of it. I want to be able to determine when I want to stop. You feel me? Because if I could get a good 10-year run at about 25,000 a show, 52 weekends for 10 years, yeah, I'll take it to the woods. Move on to the woods, buy me a hyena, let him roam my woods. Hell yeah. Because you get caught back there, he gonna eat your ass. He gonna eat your ass.
Are you interested in doing, more movies, TV?
Definitely. But it's like, the game's so wide open right now. It's like, all ideas are accepted at the, like, I don't know if you watch Tubi. Like Tubi be having good bootleg movies, the best worst movies you ever seen in your life, like the best worst. I swear, you'll start. You fell asleep watching The Temptations, but you woke up and the bitch getting fucked in the trunk. You like, hey, why he fucking her in the trunk? What is this? I'm gonna watch this.
I'm gonna watch this.
I'm gonna watch this.
So what about doing some skits? Have you thought about getting some of these skits with some of these guys?
Because something I learned about social media is at some point you gotta reinvent yourself on some level. Okay. You feel me? It's like I'm taking the process, I'm rounding them up, and then kind of like that. It's like I'm trying to round up the people that fuck with my style and then give them new shit to like about me. Okay. And then, you know, just like everybody else, I'm sail off into the sunset. And
gotcha.
Facts. Get old. I want to be old in the woods, walking around barefoot, hunting, planting my own food. You feel me? And giving it to my kids when I take it to the other side.
That's what's up. The last question, Darryl, as you know, because you've been on Classic Conversations on numerous times, so you know I love to do the top 5.
Facts.
So give me your top 5 rappers of all time.
Top 5 rappers of all time?
Top 5
Easy.
rappers.
Eminem, Andre 3000, Biggie, Pac, and DMX.
DMX.
DMX. Okay. DMX can really slide in that third.
Yeah.
But yeah, with M, Andre, and DMX, that's good. Yeah.
Good stuff.
And I like Jay-Z, you know, but if I had to say top 5, like, I never bought a Jay-Z album, but I bought a DMX album, bought an Eminem album, and I bought the Love Below.
Hey, man, it's nothing wrong with it, man. He's not my top 5 either. And I like him as well, but he's not my top 5.
Right.
But Darryl Damn, man, it's been a pleasure to sit down Uptown with you, brother, man.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man, this has been enjoyable, man. We got to learn a little bit more about about the guy. Yeah,
we'll make it all tick.
We'll make it all tick, you know what I mean? So this has been fun. This is another episode of Sit Down at Uptown with the host of Uptown Comedy Corner.
You dig, Mr. Funny for Real. Tell somebody who knows somebody with a car. Every Friday and Saturday.
What can they do if you ain't funny?
If I ain't funny, you can slap the shit out of me. I promise.
Sit Down Uptown, Darryl Damn, and we out.